Good evening, volleyball fans. Welcome to Viroqua High School. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, LLC, as we're about ready to bring you the JV action between the Hornets and the host Blackhawks. The team's coming out onto the floor. We're going to take a quick look here and see if we can pick up the names and numbers of our players here from Viroqua, and then we'll do the same for Richland Center. In the back row, we're going to have number 7 and Maddie Ham, one of the starters, along with number 1 in Erica Brendel, number 8 in Sydney Burkhart. And we'll take a look. 17 is going to be Cammie DeLapp. She's coming in as the libero as they make that switch. We're ready to get this game number 1 underway. Best of 3 on the serve. The Hornets with the first opportunity. They'll come right back, will the Blackhawks, to the Hornets side, and they'll set things up in a big smash right in the middle of the court here. That by number 10 in McKenna Munson, the lone freshman, according to the program that we have here on the junior varsity. Back up here to serve once again is Shannon. That's Ava. Blocked at the net, and they're going to say point going to go to, it's 4 hits, they're going to say. And center has another point. Number 5 in here is Mara Anderson. She's over on the far side for the Blackhawks. That serve coming down. Anderson with the set and a big smash right there by number 3 in Aaliyah Fox. Fox, a big hitter here for the Viroqua squad. We'll see how she fares tonight. We've already seen a couple of good smashes here by the Hornets again early on. Here comes a big hit. Well, guess what? Answering right back. That was Munson going to the back row, and she's able to burn that one in for the point. That makes the score 3-1 in favor of the Hornets here. Coming in to serve now is Hannah Miller, sophomore. All the rest of the members here are sophomores according to the roster, and as we mentioned, Munson, the lone freshman. Here's a setup and a smash going cross court. It's just going to be out, and that's number 32. And unfortunately, well, I'm going to guess maybe it's Gabby Walton. She is on the other roster, so I'm going to guess that's her. That ball kicked off the face, it looked like, of number 13 in Renish. But, boy, she was able to recover. He'll set up to Renish. She'll try to go across court, and she hit the top of the net. It bounced back at her. Ellie not able to quite get that one over, and now stepping back will be Fox to serve, and she puts that one into the net. It was tied at 3 apiece, and now it's 4-3. Richland Center with the serve. Munson dropping back in. Paige Keller comes in. That ball just hit the line on the ace. So Paige Keller now in. She'll play that middle hitter, it looks like. Munson with the serve to the far side. Fox able to dig that one out. Anderson sets it up. Little tip play at the net. It's going to be in right on the line. Pinpoint shot there by Riddle. Now in the game. That'll put the score 4-5 as Riddle drops back to serve here for Viroqua. Early on in game 1. Thanks to all those sponsors that we're going to be talking about throughout tonight's match, and of course the varsity match. There's a swing and a foul tip off the arm of Fox. A point goes back to RC, and dropping back to serve will be Walton. Well, thanks to the Westby Co-op Credit Union, you're going to find their offices, a couple of them in Richland Center even, by the way. Here's a nice return by DeLapp. Boy, I tell you what, she got down to pick that one up. That ball hit by Keller goes out of bounds. Just missed the line on that far side. It'll be 5 serving 6. Coming in to serve now for Viroqua. Number 12 in Taylor Stallsberg. Taylor with the serve to that far line and able to set things up. Here's the return. Nobody there. Just a little tip play by Renish. Able to drop that one in and pick up the point and get the serve back. Renish will now drop back to serve. Coming into the game for Richland Center, it's going to be number 22 in Mallory Delagrave is who I think that is, going on the numbers from the roster. Here's a little bump, got to be a free hit. Anderson able to do just that. It comes back over to the Hornets. They bump it forward, back set by Keller, and they're going to say illegal touch by Anderson. Just trying to bump it over a little bit using those fingers, and unfortunately they said that she must have held it just a second too long. 8 serving 5, coming back over. Anderson sets the ball up. Here's a hit, blocked at the net by Keller. Now Keller again with the smash. She'll pick up the point. Came right back at DeLapp, who made a good try at popping that ball up into the air, but it kind of kicked off to her right a little bit. It'll be 9 serving 5, Richland Center, with Renish continuing to serve. Gets the whistle and puts that one into the net. 6 serving 9, dropping back. This will be Zitzner to serve. Braylon. Line drive hit off the net, and boy, I tell you what, that handcuffed Delagrave. That kicked off to her left side, and it's a point here for Viroqua. The Blackhawks down by 2, and now down by 3. That ball just sailed on her. Missed by about a foot and a half. Coming into the ball game here, it's going to be the libero, number 12, they have down in Adeline Miller. So we'll assume that that's the right person. She'll pick up an ace. 11-7. Sometimes they said that Ezra Cosgrove will be, but her number is 3 and 5, and we're going to stay with number 12 here. There's a shot right down the middle. Nice job keeping that ball alive. Another good hit by Delagrave, or check that, Walton, I should say. That ball goes into the net. Viroqua not able to push it over the top, and Richland Center will gain the point. Dropping back once again is Miller at 12 serving 7. We go to 25. Line drive, that's to DeLapp. Good pass. Anderson sets it up, and it's hit into the ground by Maddie Ham. Just wanted to go with that free hit, and unfortunately for her, it went under the net. Miller with the serve again. Up by 6, the Hornets. Viroqua will make that comeback attempt. There's a good shot, one-arm save by Renish. Now they'll pop the ball back over, the Hornets will. Anderson sets it up. There's a hit. That's Fox with the point. Fox with the line drive hit to that far corner, and it's 8 serving 13. The Hornets with Miller had a good run there for points. Picked up a handful nearly. Now DeLapp with the serve. She'll come back. That was Renish. Now Munson in there, and a big return. It's going to go out of bounds, though. DeLapp did all she could to try and defend that one, and unfortunately the ball took off on her. Sometimes as hard a hit like that, it's pretty hard to control. Here's Shannon with the Ava Shannon with the serve. That was DeLapp. Anderson sets it up again. Comes over here by Riddle. And there's a nice little push shot there by the Hornets. Viroqua recovers. And Richland Center back on the attack again. There's Munson. She'll put that one down in the back row, about a foot away from the back line. Up by 7, the Hornets continue to serve here with Ava Shannon. Well, hope you're enjoying tonight's matchup, and of course the fine folks back there in the Richland Center area. That ball trying to pick that one up close to the floor was Erica Brendo. Instead, it took off and headed towards the announcer's stand, the scorekeeper. Hope you're enjoying watching tonight's broadcast. Thanks again to Vernon Communications. Flipping the switch and having things on. There's a foul ball again on Fox. Thanks to those sponsors such as the Westby Co-op Creamery bringing you tonight's action. We're going to have a substitution coming into the ball game. 21 and Becca Cooper. She comes in for Renish. Cooper in the back row. Shannon with the serve. Oh, a good serve dug out nicely there. And the back hit by Riddle. Just couldn't get enough on it. And it goes into the net. Here comes a timeout. 18 serving 8 when we return. Let's take a quick little break. The Hornets with a 10-point lead here at 18-8. We want to thank those sponsors, the Varsity Funeral Home, bringing you tonight's action. You'll find them here in Viroqua and Westby and surrounding communities. The Viroqua Food Co-op. Boy, I tell you what, stop there for all of your organic grocery needs. It is a wonderful store and great people there. The Viroqua Dental Center, thanks to Dr. Leanne Klum, helping us out tonight. Her and her professional folks. And the Viroqua Booster Club. They do a number of great things for all of the Viroqua teams, the men's and women's teams. Help out a little bit with the middle school as well, I'm sure. Well, there's going to be a 2-hit violation. You could kind of see that, the rotation of the ball. That was pretty obvious. An easy one for the whistle to be blown. 19 serving 8. Ava Shannon on a roll here right now with the serve. Comes down to the middle. That was Burkhart. And we're going to get a 2-hit violation again. That on, I believe that was Mara Anderson trying to set things up. 20 serving 8 now. Matching the points and the number on the shirt, the uniform of Ava Shannon. That ball scooted through, and oh, a nice job there by DeLapp saving that play. Now Munson putting the ball down, and diving after that was Brendo. She made a valiant effort, and the ball skipped by the shoulder of Fox out of bounds. 21-8 our score. Best of 3 here. We're in game 1. Varsity to follow about 20-25 minutes after the completion of the game number 3. Hard hit, dug out again. Nice job. Uh-oh, look out. That one's going down. Ball got a little too close to the net, and Delagrave capitalized. 22-8. Pretty good effort over there by Brendo, by the way. There's Fox popping the ball up. Brendo on the move forward, but out of the reach of Riddle. 2 points away from a game 1 win now. The Hornets with Ava Shannon serving a ton of points. A deep shot goes back. Brendo, Burkhart. Riddle sliding, trying to come up with the play to keep the ball alive, but not able to. That was a tough angle. Here comes game point. That serve back to Burkhart. There's Anderson bumping it forward, and a nice hit right there saving the play. That was Fox. A nice pass, set, and spike that you like to see by the Blackhawks squad. Still game point. They cannot afford any mistakes, and Mara Anderson has the pressure on her to get the ball over each and every time. Short set, Munson, but they're going to say Riddle was in the net, and that will take care of things here in game number 1. Richland Center is going to come up with the win by a score of 25-9 here. And, well, I tell you what, the teams will stay in the same side of the court here. And they'll have the 3-minute timeout. That gives us an opportunity to talk about the VFW right here in Viroqua on the south side. Stop in there for some great food. And, of course, Friday night fish. They do a great job with that. Vernon Memorial Healthcare, VMH, so much care, so close, along with Vernon Manor Healthcare Center. Thanks to Amanda Huff and her professional team on the north side of Viroqua. Down by Westby, it's Vernon Electric Cooperative, Songstead Road. You'll see them serving over nearly 10,000 patrons with affordable electrical energy. We mentioned Vernon Communications. My sincere thanks to all of them getting this on the airways. Thanks over here, too, to my right, Tyler Gabrielson, as he sets things up so we can be on Channel 7, where you're watching tonight through Vernon Communications. And my sincere thanks to Tyler for all of his help when it comes to that. I have no clue how you do all that stuff, and all the stuff that he's doing right now, he's streaming to Facebook, and he has 2 different streams tonight, don't you, Tyler? That's just, to me, that's just crazy. I'm just happy to get one going. So let's take a little break. We'll come back with more action here in just a moment. Returning here to the Viroqua Gymnasium, Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, LLC. And maybe we should just mention for the folks back in the Richland Center area, you can go to Viroqua's Facebook page. You could watch the stream from there. You'd still have to put up with my voice, I guess, but you know, maybe it's a better picture. Who knows? And you can also, if for those of you that have members on the C team, you can go to another site, and that is go to YouTube, and it will say Viroqua Area Schools, and that's where you can pick up on the C team as well. So a couple different avenues there that you can do with that. So thanks again to everyone, and thanks that you're tuning in, of course, when it comes to the volleyball action. We'll be in Westby tomorrow night doing a live broadcast. They take on Luther, so we'll have seen them. I'll have seen Luther earlier when they played last week here in Viroqua. That was some real good volleyball action going on, though Luther snuck away with the win 3-1. Well, let's take a quick look here. We're about ready to get going. Snowflake Ski and Golf, thanks to Steve Clements and all his family members and that down there, Timber Coulee County P in Westby. Have a lot of fun going out down there golfing. Anderson with the serve to get game number 2 underway, and the Hornets trying to pick up the point. Oh, they're going to. They answer right away. It was a good setup, and Paige Keller able to put that one right down the middle of the floor in front of DeLapp, and they'll pick up the point. Ava Shannon steps back to the floor to serve, and she comes up with a tough serve. DeLapp dug down to get it, and then they're going to call a 2-hit violation here on Brendel. That was pretty close. But we got a couple of good officials here, Dennis Viner and Tom Modrich. They've been doing this for years, and they do a lot of volleyball, a lot of tournament action. There's trying to pop that one over, not able to do so. The Hornets will give the ball back here, and it's 1 serving 2 as Riddle will look to serve. Andy waiting for the whistle. She has a spin on the ball and steps forward, and a line drive hit, but it's just not going to get over the net. It'll be 3 serving 1 for the Hornets. And coming back in, it's going to be number 13 in Ellie Renish. Renish with a bouncer too, and a good serve down low. DeLapp gets in there, and oh, look at Paige Keller. She was waiting right there at the doorstep and pounced on that ball, taking it down to the floor as it crossed the net. Got a little too close there, and it's a 4-1 lead now for the Hornets. Cross court set up and trying to drill that one. Got up in the air, but just couldn't get enough on it was Braylon Zitzner. Zitzner caught the top of the net, and it came down on the Hawks' side. Renish with the serve. DeLapp digs that one out. Anderson sets it up, comes across here. Oh, nice play by Brendo. Erica was able to change the direction of the ball, and it looked like she was going to go to that far side, and instead she was able to kick it over here to the near side and split the defenders for a point. It's 2 serving 5. Here is Erica Brendo with the serve. That's a high serve coming down and not able to return it. Miller was able to save the ball for the Hornets, and it fell right in the middle of the pack. It looked like maybe Anderson was trying to dig that one out, and just no way she could control the ball. Well, Miller drops back now to serve. She's the libero. She has the different uniform. That ball is screeching through the fingers of Riddle. I'm surprised Andy didn't have a bent finger on that one. Boy, I tell you what, that was really humming. Another hard shot. That is picked up by Zitzner, but goes up into the ceiling and down that much quicker, and it's another ace here. RC up by 6 at 8, serving 2 for Miller. Yeah, 2 live events this week. There's a play, actually 3. Dave Gluck and Joe Devine will have the Westby football game. That's a newly scheduled game on Friday night in Westby. They take on the Hilltoppers of Onalaska. That'll be an interesting ball game. That just got over the net. Boy, nice little serve there. He had just enough on it for Taylor Stolzberg to pick up the point, and they've cut the lead in half, now 4 serving 8. So 3 events, one right here tonight, of course, and then tomorrow night in Westby, and then Friday night back in Westby. There's a hard hit by Munson. That one goes out of bounds. 5 serving 8. Well, it's great to be back out here and get some action going for these student athletes, and I know they're excited about it. And hopefully we can maintain good production and keep the play going. Speaking of keeping the play going, that was a nice block there. Anderson got up in the air along with Maddie Ham, and they combined for the block. It's 6 serving 8. That serve coming down. Nice dig by Renish, and Shannon punches the ball over, and it drops between the Viroqua front and back line for the point. It'll be 9 serving 6 as serving here. Is this going to be number 30? And I apologize, I don't have that one on there unless that's Cosgrove with a varsity uniform on. So I apologize for that. I'm not 100%. That's going to be an ace. I was looking for other numbers such as 3 and a 5, and I don't see them anywhere, so I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say that that's Cosgrove. Picked up that ace. Here comes a shot back. That's going to be good on the far side. That was a good hit there, and I thought that was Ham. Kind of got blocked there by Mr. Viner a little bit. There is Miller on the return. That is just going to be on the line on the return. My goodness. That was quite an angle, and somehow was able to drop in. Burkhart comes into the ball game. Zitzner comes out. we take a look, and it's going to be number 9 and Hannah Miller into the ball game to serve at 12-7. Gets that one up and over to Riddle. Cross-court pass, maybe not quite so intentional though, but that'll happen. Here's a punch there. We're going to get in the net. They're going to say that was Ham, apparently. All right. Going up for the block, and Shannon was just trying to punch it over. Miller continuing to serve here. They'll set the ball up. That is Ham pushing the ball over, and Shannon is there. DeLapp tried to pass it forward, just couldn't get enough on the ball to get it up in the air high enough, and it went low underneath the net. 14-7, doubling up on the Blackhawks. The Hornets kind of cruising along here right now. There's DeLapp on the pass. Nice job. Anderson setting the ball up, and there's a good hit by Andy Riddle. Riddle able to drop that one down, and it's now 8-14 for Cami DeLapp. Well, thanks. Got to mention, too, Cami's grandparents, I believe it was, contacted Mom here last week. I was calling Cami Stolzberg and didn't have a clue on that one, didn't have the numbers, and so thank them again. I always appreciate getting that help because I want to make sure we give the right athletes their just due, and that one was just a mess up. Here's a serve by Munson, just got over the net, and a big save by Riddle. She bounces right back and puts it on the line. A super play there by Andy Riddle to pick up a point and keep the Blackhawks in this game. It's 9-15. Coming into the ball game now for the Blackhawks, it's going to be Maggie Berra, number 6. There's Ham, you bet. Or was that Brendel? That was Brendel, excuse me. That ball kind of easily was sailing over the net, and Brendel said thank you. 10-15 for Anderson. Gets it over here to Miller, who bumps it forward to Shannon. Now it's Keller with the hit. Good save here by Burkhart. Riddle coming right back. That one a little bit high in the air, but Miller able to save it. Now it's Keller, and she has just enough on it to power it off the attempt to block by the Blackhawks. Good attempt there for the block in Berra, and I think it was Brendel up there as well with her hands. Here's a big serve. Burkhart with the dig, and a nice save by Anderson, keeping the ball alive. Viroqua punches it over. Here comes Keller, and oh boy, she drilled that one. 17-10. Paige Keller has some power. Ava Shannon continuing here now. She drops back to serve. Off from DeLapp. Good save, Riddle. The free hit back over, takes off on DeLapp. Over into the bench for the Hornets, and it's going to be 18-10. Richland Center won the first game 25-9. They'll push the ball over lightly here. Back to the Hornets, the Hawks will, and now Keller comes down and gets after it. Nice dig out here at the net by Riddle, keeping the ball alive. Big shot coming again, DeLapp, and that time she can't quite handle it. It becomes a line drive back. I'm not sure if that was Keller or was that 22 in Delagrave. There was some pretty good action there at the net. Here's the deep serve to DeLapp. Anderson will set the ball up, punching it over. That was, again, number 6 in Berra. Keller with the free hit. Viroqua sets it up. There's Anderson, and check that. Berra Little left-handed shot there, and it came down off from the attempt to block by Keller. Keller was there, just she couldn't control the ball like she was hoping. It'll be 11 serving 19 once we track down the ball. And our server, they'll switch the ball out. They do a nice job here of cleaning the ball each and every time, doing the sanitation thing for safety reasons. Nice save there by Riddle, and the free hit by Anderson. Look out now, Cosgrove, deep hit. We're going to say 4 hits. So the Hornets will bring Renish back in to serve at 20-11. 20 serving 11. Renish, little jump serve there. They'll bring the ball back to the middle of the court and comes over here to the near side where Miller tries to save it. It comes over here into the stands. Brendel with the hit. Erica getting another point here for the Blackhawks. Ham, number 7, comes back into the ball game now. 12 serving 20. Time to make a move here if you're a Blackhawk fan. That ball off the shoulder of Miller. That was Hannah. Goes out of bounds. 13-20 score. And we're going to get a foot fault on Brendel. Back into the ball game comes DeLapp. Adeline Miller, the libero, will serve at 21-13. She gets that line drive punch. Here's DeLapp, and excuse me, she just, she knew it was getting close to the bench, and she tried to keep the 2 feet down for that touchdown like the NFL teams have to do. And the ball went off the end of her fist. Setting the ball up, that was Anderson, the free touch by Viroqua. Munson, look out. Tell you what, Munson with those long arms, once McKenna gets up in the air, that's pretty dangerous and tough to stop. It's 23-13. Thanks to Scenic Bluffs Community Health Care helping us out tonight. Of course, the corporate office located in Cashton as the ball goes into the net. Coming back into the ball game, number 12 in Stallsburg. Rural Mutual Insurance helping us out. The Riverbank located in Westby and Coon Valley. Bringing it today's matchup. There's a nice save there. Goes into the net. DeLapp, she did a full out, laid right out on the floor here, belly down, trying to dig that one. That's what you call sacrificing your body, trying to save one for the team. It's now game point, 24-14. High serve coming down. That's Riddle. Anderson, look out, getting close to the net. I think that was going to be Munson, was into the net. A little anxious on that one. Can't blame her, though. The ball was just floating in there. Now they're going to do a quick check here. While they do that, we can talk about Right Choice Construction, thanks to Rich and the crew at Black River Avenue there on the north side of Westby, and the Old Town Inn. Fine dining at its best, south side of Westby. Thanks to Blaine and Mary Charles. Well, here we are. It's game point yet. It's 15 serving 24. Nice punch there by Anderson, trying to catch the Hornets off guard, but they're able to pick up on the play. Now it's Viroqua. Cosgrove, line drive hit, saved in there by Munson. Here's Riddle. She'll punch it down here to the near side, and just getting over the top, that was Miller. Viroqua able to save that. Good hit by Anderson. Mara playing tough at the net, and the ball goes into the net by the Hornets. We take a look here. Look at who was in that, but it's going to be Viroqua picking up the point. 16 serving 24. That was Zitzner with the serve. Here is Renish. She'll get the point, and that'll be it. Renish, Ellie punched the ball with the heel of her hand, and it scooted over the net, had that downward spin, dropped right to the floor here, and Viroqua was going to lose that one by a score of 25-16, but pretty competitive once they got going, I thought, in that game. Well, Richland Center will win the match minimally 2-1. They could get the sweep here as they'll play the third game. Our thanks going out to Nordic Lanes, Sue and Scott Sordahl out there in Westby. Boy, I tell you what, a lot of things going on now. And, of course, the league bowling has started, probably going, 3 weeks now, I'll bet. They really have a long season. Main Street Mobile Mart right here in Viroqua, your only family-owned convenience store. And Gunderson Health, the Viroqua Clinic, a part of that great Gunderson Health system, bringing you today's action. We'll take a break and come back with more here. We'll turn the mic down and catch your breath. Be ready to go for game number 3. Returning to the Viroqua Blackhawk Gymnasium. Ava Shannon for the Hornets will begin serving here for game number 3. We suspect that they'll go to 15, but we'll wait and see. Thanks to Embroidery and More, Greg Danes and family. Amanda Coble and the crew over there on 210D Swigum Road. Well, Shannon put a little bit into that one, and the ball sailed on her, going out of bounds by a couple of feet. Viroqua will pick up the first point here in game number 3, and Mara Anderson will serve. Down to Shannon. Check that, Munson, I should say. And then the ball went off the fist of Shannon. And Mara will get the point, and it's 2-0. High serve coming down. Good job by Miller on the save. Bump to Cosgrove. She'll come cross court, just out of bounds in that back row line. Just missed. She had a good angle. And it's 3-0. Here is Mara. Nice serve to Cosgrove. Shannon setting the ball up. Good hit there, but dug out by DeLapp. Coming across as Fox, she put too much on that one. Couldn't really get on top of the ball and try and aim downward. Instead, it was a high fly ball to center field. Here's Renish with the shot down low and off the arm of Burkhart. The lap going down after it too, and tell you what, that would you want to make sure your teammate doesn't get smacked. It's just kissed off the hands. Well, that ball is not going to go over the net. Renish will come out of the ball game, I believe. Yep. And coming in is going to be number 21, and Becca Cooper. So Cooper comes in. She'll play that back row. Cosgrove, Shannon, Renish in the front row for the Hornets. Trying to bump that one was Hannah Miller, but she didn't get the height on it that she would have liked, and it drops to the floor for the point. Viroqua up 5-2 for Fox, continuing to serve. There is Shannon punching the ball over, but Riddle answered. Now Zitzner, Anderson, back over to Zitzner. It comes over here to the near side. Munson was there for the save. Now it's Keller off the top of the net and trying to save it. Can they? Not quite. Good try there by the Blackhawks. And again, that power shot by Keller kind of got everybody moving in different directions. Page will drop back now to serve at 3-5. One of the few times that the Hornets have been behind in any of these ball games. So they're going to try and mount a little comeback. They will get the point and trail by 1. 4 serving 5 for Keller as she comes to the back row with Fox. There's Anderson setting it up to Zitzner. She'll go cross court and pick up the point. Big hit there by Zitzner. Braylon has a lot of power. And once you, like anybody, you get that set up the ball where you want it, look out. You can be real dangerous. Here's Miller with the save. Free hit by Shannon. Ava getting the ball over to the Blackhawks. Here comes Ham. And the ball back over the net. Oh, what a save there. But I think just into the net. Might have been the tip of the chin on Munson that they're going to call that one. That was pretty close there. And she tried to put those brakes on. That ball not going to get over the net. You could hear the tough serve hit there by Riddle. You hear those and my fingers just kind of cringe a little bit. Evinger's Sales and Service, Equipment Sales and Service, we should say, helping out tonight. Thanks to Mark and the family. Well, here's another number 12. So I'm not sure who is who now. We'll have to double check things for the varsity, make sure we got what we want. There's a nice hit. Well, I apologize to the Hornet fans and parents if I've messed up any of those names as far as who is out there playing. It is 8 serving 5. Here's a play and a tip at the net by Ham. Now Munson will do the same, and she'll put it on that far sideline for the point. Ham tried to punch it this way, and Richland Center with the long arms of Munson able to return it, dropping it in for the point. Renish comes in. The serve here by Miller. That was Hannah, and it's going to go out of bounds here on the attempted return. Well, you enjoy a Butterburger, stop in at Culver's on the north side of Viroqua. What a great meal you can get there with their basket specials, huh? Here's the shot. That is going to be Keller with the save. Renish coming across court, and Fox was there. Now back here to the corner, and it's a great hit. Was that Zitzner in there? Well, I tell you what, she caught this corner, and you couldn't ask for a better shot. Here's Burkhart coming into the ball game now. Sydney gets the whistle, 9 serving 7. Line drive hit, though, into the net, and the Hornets will pick up the point. Munson dropping back to serve, down by 1. 8-9. She walks forward, and the flat hand hit. Good job. Look out there. It was punched right back at Viroqua. The lap tried to control it. Take your pick. It was either Keller or Renish. Both arms were really flying along, getting after that ball. There's Anderson with a nice little save back to Fox. She hits it over for a free touch. Now Renish, somebody in the net. They're going to say it was 7 in Ham. Coon Valley Telecommunications, hope you're enjoying tonight's matchup as they serve Coon Valley, Chaseburg, and the Stoddard area. Trying to come up with a save there, boy, I tell you what, that was a pretty good effort over here by 32 in Gabby Walton at the net. Showed some pretty good reaction, but Viroqua will get the ball back. tying this match up, or game, I should say, game 3 at 10 apiece. Here's DeLapp on the pass. Got to get it over. A free hit by Mara Anderson. Setting the ball up and bringing it down, and they still get the point up. They will now. Keller and the Hornets up by 1. Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op helping us out. Thanks to John Maslevicek and his team as Ava Shannon comes back in to serve. Out of the ball game goes Miller. Maybe. I think it was Adlin. I think she changed her uniform top. That's what they did. Point for Richland Center as the ball just sailed out of bounds. Shannon, who was on a roll in game number 2, continuing to serve here. High serve coming down to Burkhart. She'll pass the ball forward. Anderson to Fox on the drive, and it goes out of bounds. Tried to hit that one to the back line, and it took off on her. Good line drive hit, just didn't get on top of it again. 13-10 the score. They'll set the ball up. Here comes a shot by Riddle, dug out of there by Munson. They'll come back, is going to be a hard hit. Fox, no, it was rejected. Here's Shannon with the setup. Renish with the hit, and somebody was in the net. It was the Blackhawks this time. Might have been 14 here. And now we've got game point, they're saying, at 14 serving 10. Thanks to the Cashton Farm Supply, Ernie Peterson and his team. That ball goes into the net. It'll be 11 serving 14. So staying alive here as Mara Anderson drops back to serve. Berra comes in. We also want to say thanks to Bobby Johns. Sue and the crew looking to serve you. That's going to go out of bounds. Keller hit a line shot on that. Front Street in Cashton, great place to go for breakfast, lunch, and dinner specials. Here's a little soft serve. Now Renish saving the play. Burkhart, Anderson. Here's Fox off the top of the net. She'll get the point. Viroqua coming back. They need a couple of more. 13 serving 14. It's still game point. We got a officials timeout. Now they're ready to go. Need to get this one over, and she'll do that on a knuckleball hit. That is going to be, oh boy, just out. I thought it was, and it's tied up at 14 apiece. quite a game coming up now. The Bank of Cashton, Scott Wall, reminding you to stop in, talk to Ann Kaiser for all your HSA programs. Trying to get that one up and over, and they were able to do just that in time. That was an illegal hit on Cosgrove. And now Viroqua is up 15-14, and it's game point for them. Anderson, boy, that was so far, I mean, if they win this, it was a great comeback. Right now it's a very nice comeback. There's Renish. Oh, a little tip play, dropped that one in. Well, it's still a great comeback. It's tied at 15 apiece. You're down by, what, 5 points? 4 or 5 points, and you do something like this to get it tied up. You got to win by 2 at 15 apiece here in game number 3. There's DeLapp. Got down and after that one, a high shot, and Munson went after it. It was too close to call. And Viroqua's up by 1, 16-15 game point. You got Anderson, DeLapp. Berra comes into the ball game. Zitzner is in. And Fox to serve. Get this one in, get this point, and get out of here with a game 3 win. Munson digging that one out, and they'll get the point. The Blackhawks pick up the win here at 17-15. That was a real nice ball game and a super comeback here for Viroqua to give them a Well, a little bit of, I think, a good feeling there. They played a tough game, and the Hornets did as well. It was a fun one to call. Our thanks going out to ADRC. It's the Aging and Disability Resource Center right here in Vernon County. They're located in Viroqua, and also in Viroqua, along with Westby, it's American Family Insurance, the Phil Strand Agency. It's the family that you choose. Well, there you have it. The game is going to go, the match score goes 2-1 for the Hornets here on the JV side. It's 25-9 Richland Center, 25-16 Richland Center. And then the final game that we just witnessed, a 17-15, little overtime game here as you go to 15 in game 3. But Viroqua comes up big. They rally back down about 5 points, come back and win at 17-15 here for a nice consolation, I would say, to get that victory. The Hornets win 2-1. Stay tuned as more volleyball action coming up. We'll have an interview with head coach Katie Schwartz in just a little bit. We should return here at we're going to see what time they do officially start. We suspect it's going to be at 7 o'clock. We'll have that interview somewhere around the 6:45 mark. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, LLC, saying thanks for joining us. Richland Center on the JV side wins 2-1 over Viroqua. We'll return in just a little bit. lineup announcements. We're going to see number 9 in Carrie Dahlberg, number 10, Katie Schmitz, number 12, Kaylee Joe Lewis. That was 21 in Jaden Johnson, 22, Sydney Cooley, 25, Aaliyah Rulin, and number 3, and we missed that one. I apologize for that. Let's go back over here, take a look at for Viroqua. Haley Sherry in there, along with number 1, Jessica Anderson. Number 5 in Ava Olson. Number 6, Lydia Olson. Number 8 is going to be Cecilia Emerine. Paige, let's see, Sage Zitzner in there. So let's take a look. I think that was Paige Shower, number 2. It's supposed to be number 2, but they have number 3. Wearing number 3 today, and I'm looking to see if there was any other libero in the position lineup, and they don't have any, so I'm going to say that she's number 3, and hopefully we'll be pretty close on that one. We take a look at those sponsors. We'll get things started. American Family Insurance, the Phil Strain Agency, located in Westby and right here in Viroqua. We thank Phil and all of our sponsors for the support throughout tonight's volleyball match. Zitzner comes back into the ball game. She started outside the line, and then she comes in. And it's going to be Richland Center with the serve. Dropping back here to get things started. This is going to be number 10 in Katie Schmitz, and the game underway here. Game number 1 of the best of 5. There's a nice push to the back row. That was number 5 in Ava Olson. Setting the ball up. A big hit there by, I believe that was Trigestad. And Richland Center able to stop that one. Boy, talk about a block at the net. That was Cooley right there, as she got up and had both hands on the ball, just trying to bump it over, and it never made it. It's 1-0 Richland Center. They'll set the ball up. That was Olson. Sherry comes over here to the near side. The bump going back to Schmitz. Now the Hornets got to go back on defense. They'll come up with Cooley and a big drive. Nice dig in there by Olson. Little miss hit by Lydia Olson. That one caught the fingers, and it goes into the net, 1-0. Schmitz continuing to serve. She's a senior here for the Hornets. The push to the back row. Schmitz is there, and trying to hit it over was Sydney Cooley. It wasn't going to go that time around. Number 12 in there, Kaylee Joe Lewis, also trying to come up with the save, which she was able to do, but the Hornets not able to get the point. It's 1-2, and the ball goes into the net and kicks back. Boy, Jessica Anderson needed a little more top spin on that one in order for the ball to slip over the net. It's now 3-1 with Lewis dropping back to serve. A little push down this near sideline, and digging that one out was Schmitz. Now the heel of the hand on the play by Dahlberg. Left-handed hit. Oh, gonna find the seam and pick up the point. That is Sherry. Haley Sherry going down kind of like a little cross court, but more in the middle in the back row to get the point. And the Hornets will look to receive the serve here. They lead 3-2. There's a hit coming across court. That's going to be out of play. That was number 24 in Sophia Hook. 3-3 score, and Sherry will put that one out of play on the serve. It'll be 4 serving 3 coming into the ball game here. Number 32. 32, it is 32. And we don't have a 32 on the varsity roster. The serve, though, we can say that was number 9 in Dahlberg. Coming back over here, setting things up. That's Dahlberg with the smash from the back row. Dug out of there by Zitzner, and now the big hit coming across, not going to happen. Drove that one into the net for Viroqua. That was number 3. Now they changed a couple of numbers on me here. We'll do some checking on that in just a moment. Bringing the ball back over here to the Hornets side of things. The shot going down, that was Sherry with the save, and now we're going to get a 2-hit violation here by Jessica Anderson. Aaliyah Fox into the game here for the Blackhawks. She was on the varsity. I don't think she played one of those games, so she's able to play here. I'm sure they have some sort of limitation. This is a nice save by the Hornets. They'll come across, and now we're going to get a 2-hit violation here again by Viroqua. So Schmitz will continue to serve here. That one, just caught the top of the net and had that spin to go over the top, and now a timeout coming here by head coach Katie Schwartz. So Fox is number 3. Aaliyah with the play. Gives us an opportunity to say thanks to some of those sponsors. Aging and Disability Resource Center right here in Viroqua, serving Vernon County. The Bank of Cashton, Scott Wall and his team, they're still located on Main Street in downtown Cashton, but that will soon change in the next, 3 months probably, I suppose. The new bank coming up there, just beside the high school area, across the street. Thanks to Bobby John's, they're located on Front Street. Great place to go for all of your meals, and nice family-style atmosphere. Gotta like that. Here we go with the play now. The Hornets, boy, taking a shot at, that was Cooley. Tell you what, she was on fire with that hit. Good setup, and she drilled it here to the near side, catching the line itself. Schmitz with the serve, Dahlberg, I should say, with the serve. And the block, it goes back, and it's going to drop in on Viroqua's side. The Hornets now out in front by 8 at 11-3. Dahlberg will serve some more. Setting the ball up. No, they're going to tip that one over. That was a good try by Anderson. Comes back over to Zitzner. They'll pop it to Anderson. She sets it up. A block at the net here, trying to save it. Richland Center able to do so. Free hit right back to him. Coming up to Triggerstead. Here's Fox trying to go to the middle of the court. Richland Center there. Nice block by Triggerstead. Saved by Zitzner. Here comes Fox again. Center able to go with the defense. Dahlberg in the back row. A little too much on that one. And Viroqua will get the point and the serve. It'll be 4 serving 11 here. Zitzner comes out, and into the ball game is going to be Ammerine. Serving is Triggerstead. She'll hit the line shot, and it goes out of bounds on that far side, just missing. So a tough break there for Viroqua as they're trying to battle back. They're down by 8 once again. And Paige Schauer, the junior libero, will drop back to serve. Dug out of there by Sherry. Fox coming down the line. Might have been out of bounds, but too close to call. There again was a nice block by the Blackhawks. Richland Center with the free touch back over, setting the ball up. There's a block at the net. That was 24 in Sophia Hook. Trying to get that hit was Amorine. Also into the ball game, you got number 13 in Alyssa Arch. Dahlberg with the save. They'll pop the ball up, and the free touch back over here to Viroqua. A little bump in the action there between two teammates, but able to save it. Set the ball up. Look out. Big hit dug out of there by Sherry. Another big hit. That one coming from Schmitz. Katie Schmitz got a second chance, and she made the most of that one. Hit that far corner by head coach Katie Schwartz. Schauer with the serve to Sherry. Good setup here. That's Arch. She'll go with the free hand touch. Back over. Look out. Hitting it with the fist, the Hornets. Good save in there. They'll come right back. It's going to be Schmitz with the little backhand block. And now trying to go for the block was Schmitz and Hook. But enough power on that one. That one might have been, I think that was number 8 in Amorine. Here is Olsen with the serve to Schauer. On the pass. Got to get it over, and Dahlberg is able to do that. Olsen setting the ball up. Free hit here from the back row. Good save. Try to set the Hornets off balance a little bit, but they were ready. Now a big hit. Zissner digging it out. Sherry comes down here on the near sideline. Touch pass back over to Viroqua. And trying to do the same. Look out. Big setup right there. And number 32 coming up with the win on that hit. And again, we apologize. We don't have the number for 32. We don't have the name for that number, 32. Here's Rulin, sophomore, with the serve. Touch back over here to the near side. That was a nice little play by Amorine. And they're going to call a 2-hit violation on Richland Center. Well, that was kind of the first unforced error, you might say, that we've seen by Richland Center. Thanks to Cashton Farm Supply, as that ball is served into the net by Fox. Your farming needs when it comes to fertilizers, maybe feed for your animals. Hey, Peterson can take care of things for you. Here comes the serve by Jaden Johnson, a sophomore. Gets the ball over, and a nice dig by the Blackhawks. Here's a play at the net. Amorine able to get the point. She went up and did a little battle with Kaylee Jo Lewis, and she'll pick up the win and the point. It's 7 serving 16 for Amorine. Celia, couple of bounces. Here's the approach. And the line drive serve goes out of bounds on that far sideline. Here comes Cooley back into the ball game. She's had some tremendous hits already and a force to be reckoned with in that front row. Schmitz with the serve. Here's Sherry, no, into the net. Right idea, try to be aggressive and get after it. Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op serving the Chaseburg, Stoddard area, and Redmount as well. Can't forget that. Thanks to John Mislevicek. Here's the play, got to save it now. It's a free touch back over here to the Hornets side of things. Tough play there. Dahlberg got up in the air and drilled that one, and you got to give a lot of credit there to Ava Olsen trying to come up with the save. Not going to happen on that one, and a quick timeout here by the Blackhawks. Well, when we come back onto the court, it's going to be 19 serving 17. Our Richland Center with the lead. Our thanks going out to Coon Valley Telecommunications. They'll take care of things when it comes to internet, TV packages, much more here. Bundle things up and save. Coon Valley, Stoddard, and the Chaseburg area. Culver's of Viroqua. Where else are you going to get that great tasting butter burger or deluxe burger? All kinds of other favorites from Reuben sandwiches, fish sandwiches, and much more. Schmitz will drop back to continue serving here for the Hornets of Richland Center. 19 serving 7, a low serve. Sherry was there. Good dig by Olsen. A free hit by Jessica Anderson, keeping the ball alive. Back it comes here to Viroqua. That came off the fist of Dahlberg. And another point. It's 20 serving 7. Jumping way out in front here in this game number 1 of the varsity match. Best of 5 series. Olsen will hit the ball back over in the free touch. They'll set it up. Look out. That's Cooley. And she was able to muscle that one through. 21-7 for Schmitz. That serve coming down to Zissner, able to save that one. And now Cooley went up in the air to try and push that one right back on the return. And instead it kicked off to her right. And Viroqua has the point. 8 serving 21, a long ways to go, but time to start chipping away. Anderson with the serve. And she'll get the point. That one coming off the hand on the return by Jaden Johnson. It got away from her. And it was number 12 here in Lewis trying to come up with a save. Instead, it winds up into the bleachers. And we'll go again. 9-21. Anderson with the serve. Just going to get it over the net. And now an illegal hit here by Lewis. In the double digits now, the Blackhawks at 10 serving 21. They'll come down to that back row. Lewis sets it up. Dahlberg, she'll find that line in the back row and drops it right in front of it. It's 22 serving 10. Hook comes back into the ballgame, number 24. Taking a quick break here. It looked like that was Rulin, number 25. She'll be back in. Here is Sherry. She hits that one a little too strong. Trying to bring it over here to this near corner. Instead, it had a little bit more loft on it than she wished. Here's Sherry with the dig. Setting the ball up was Anderson. And, a nice hit there by Arch. Alyssa Arch drilled that one for the point, and it's 11 serving 23 for Sherry. Fox comes back into the ball game, and Lydia Olsen will step off the court for a moment. That ball is going to be out on the serve. Game point coming up here now for Richland Center. 32 coming back into the ball game again. There's the setup. Look out now. Partial block in there. Good try by Trigestad. They'll set the ball up on the back set. That's hooked. Dug out of there nicely. We're going to get a foot fault on Alyssa Arch. So Richland Center will win game number 1, 25-11 here, as the Hornets jumped out with the lead quickly and just kept on the gas pedal, you might say, for that 25-11 win. Well, we'll take a quick break and we'll come back. It'll be game number 2. We want to say thanks to Effinger's Sales and Service. Take a look at all that Mark Effinger has on that north side of Viroqua, from lawnmowers and zero-turn lawnmowers. And I would imagine, as much as he would hate to admit it, he's probably start looking at the snow blowers and all those kinds of, I don't want to say yucky things because I just think that the snow could be yucky. But boy, I tell you what, he has some great stuff to move that white material that comes down out of the sky. We'll take a break and come back in just a moment. Once again, thanks to Mark Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service. They service what they sell, and they do sell quality stuff. I tell you what, they are. He does nothing but excellent workmanship. Well, here we are with game number 2, and the Blackhawks will begin serving with Jessica Anderson. The high serve coming down here to the back row. They'll set things up to Schmitz. She'll push the ball back over to Viroqua. Free hit from Trigestad, setting the ball up now. And going to be a little confusion there. Trying to back into it was Lewis. She backed into their teammate in Richland. So Viroqua will start things off on a positive note here with the first point here in game 2. And the serve coming down. Richland with a nice save. Back row hit, look out. Too much on that one. Schmitz saw an opening, and she was right in the decision as far as where she went. She just put too much on it, and it went out of bounds. Now hitting the ball into the net was Anderson, and it's going to be 1 serving 2 for Katie Schmitz of the Hornets. She gets the ball over here to Zitzner, and boy, that had a little English on it, and it kicked off her hand, forearm area, and came over here into the stands. It's 2 apiece. Nice dig in there by Sherry. Block at the net. That was Cooley. Now blocking it again and putting it straight down on top of the Blackhawks. Jessica Anderson not able to do anything that way. It's 3-2. There is Zitzner to Haley. And cross-court hit. That was Lewis. Oh, nice return here by Viroqua. Setting the ball up. Blocked at the net by Trigestad. Here's a good one-handed save by Schmitz. Comes cross-court here. The Hornets will. Viroqua, oh, there's going to be a 2-hit violation. You can see that one on Jessica Anderson. Great movement and some good hits by both teams on that volley. Here's Zitzner. Bumping the ball back up into the air, and a nice save on a running save by Anderson. Look out now, there's Dahlberg. Good job on the dig from Zitzner. Trying to answer back is Sherry, and she put it into the net. Cooley was there along with Lewis, just in case. Here's Zitzner, that one kicks off her shoulder. upper arm area and goes out of bounds into the Blackhawk bench. Well, we hope there's a ace. That one comes off the hand of Zitzner. We hope the folks at Richland Center are enjoying tonight's matchup on Vernon Communications, vernoncom.coop/live. Be sure to get to your friends. And if you ever see anybody, send them a note. Let Vernon Communications know that we appreciate their help here tonight. Well, that return just came out of bounds. And Richland Center has a 6-point lead now at 8-2 for Katie Schmitz. That line drive hit, and it just touched Amorine. It looked like Celia wanted to back away, and then it looked like she wasn't sure if she should hit it or not. And it glanced off her arm. There's a nice dig by Olsen. Tipped at the net. Lewis trying to play a little soccer on that one, and the ball goes under the net. A big attempt on the save by Schmitz, though, too, on the original hit. Here's Alyssa Arch. Comes into the ball game. She'll hit down that far sideline, and she'll get the ace on that one. Rulin thought maybe that one was going to sneak away from her. Instead, it snuck inside the line. Zitzner back in. Arch will serve. Comes over here in the back row. They'll set things up. That's Dahlberg in an attempt to keep that play alive, and Anderson able to do it. They'll reset again to Cooley. Little tip play at the net, and got the defense up in the air, and then just said, excuse me, we're just going to put it right over the fingertips. Hook comes back into the ball game. Johnson, 21, over there on that far side, talking to her dad, the head coach, about the play. There's Zitzner trying to dig that one, and it heads to the ground quickly. Lewis with the serve at 11-4 to Zitzner. Setting the ball up. That's going to be Triggerstead. Now getting the ball back over was Triggerstead. Excuse me, it was Anderson on the first hit. Triggerstead on the last hit. There's Anderson. Near side. Good dig in there by Schmitz. Look out. There's Dahlberg. Blocked at the net. Going up was Triggerstead along with the, she had another, was that Sherry over there, it looks like. Here's Fox now with the free hit back to Schmitz in the back row. They'll set it up, little tip play, and catching that back line was Hook. She had that one measured just right. And the timeout coming here by Viroqua. Thanks to Gasser's Bar and Grill bringing you tonight's action. Thanks to Tala and the crew reminding you on the north side, stop in for great tasting sandwiches and, of course, the Friday fish. Gunderson Health, the Viroqua Clinic, supporting today's broadcast. Part of that Gunderson Health system, it's the Viroqua Clinic. Main Street Mobile Mart, your only family-owned convenience store with Synergy Mobile Fuel. Returning here, we will stop for just a second and say thanks to Nordic Lanes. Hope you're enjoying tonight's matchup. You're watching up there at Nordic Lanes. They have a lot of league bowling going on now. Here's a play at the net. That one's not going to get over. And I tell you what, if it did, Sydney Cooley was there to pounce on it. Lewis continuing to serve to Zitzner. Trying to set that one up to Fox, Jessica Anderson. Fox just mistimed the jump just a little bit. Lewis continuing to serve. They'll set it up to Fox once more. She comes across court, and a nice dig in there by Johnson. That was a big-time save on a pretty tough hit. There's Cooley with the block. They'll come right back. The Hawks will. Got it down low. Schmitz with the dig. Here comes Dahlberg here to the near side. That was Haley Sherry with the save. Now Fox, one-handed save herself by Lewis, and nobody could get there. Closest was Cooley, and it was an awkward reach. It'll be 15, 5 serving 15. Coming into the ball game, this is going to be number 12 in Olivia Gartner. I think this is the first time we've seen Olivia in the ball game. I don't remember her being in game number 1. Little floater of the serve, good serve. Coming across court, that was Hook. Boy, the ball up into the ceiling. Now Cooley with the shot, dug out of there, and a nice side save, we'll call it. Richland center, got to get it over, free hit, able to do that with Schmitz. Setting the ball up, and a block at the net by Cooley. Tell you what, Sydney Cooley is playing a real tough middle right now. The Hornets with a quick change. Johnson comes out. Part of me wonders if that is Julian Shannon, number 32, but again, I would just be guessing. I don't see a 31 anywhere, so maybe they had a couple of number changes there, so it could be Shannon. There's a hit. That's going to carry out of bounds, though. Sophia Hook had an opportunity there, and that one took off on her. So the point going over here to Viroqua. They trail 6 serving 17 for Ava Olsen. Olsen with the serve to the back row. We'll say Shannon with the hit. And return here by Viroqua, able to save that one. Good punch in there with Lewis in quite the unique hit to save it. Now Viroqua will return. Setting the ball up, it's going to be hit for Hook. It's just inside the line. Cooley comes out. Schauer comes in. Schauer in to serve. That serve to Zitzner, so the two liberos in the action. Little tip play at the net by Amorine. Yes, that'll work. Hook came diving into the play to try and save it and hit it cross court, line drive style. Thanks again to those sponsors. We're going to be mentioning, continue to mention. Here's a play that's going to be out of bounds. A swing and a foul tip by Dahlberg as the ball goes the wrong direction. If you're playing cricket, that'd probably work. That's one game I do not understand, I have to admit. There's a shot hooked into the net. And now cutting the lead in half with these 3 points. It's now 9 serving 18. Continuing to serve was Fox. Look out there as Katie Schmitz drilled that one down that far sideline. That ball had a little speed on it, a little power. Rulin comes into the game. Hook comes out. Rulin will serve. Yeah, thanks again to Nordic Lanes, Scott and Sue Sordahl. That ball is going to be returned by Schauer. They'll set it up. Schmitz took a little off that hit. And, oh, boy, some collision going on there. And Viroqua will get the point. Ava Olsen kind of tried to stop and not run over a teammate and hit the ball at the same time. Well, Old Town Inn bringing you tonight's action for the real tasty steaks and delicious seafood and a whole lot more. The Old Town Inn. Well, the old shot right there by Schmitz. That one had some smoke on it. Picking up the point. And now we're going to get a substitution. Coming back in is going to be Johnson. And we'll say she's coming in for Shannon. So Jaden Johnson drops back to serve. That goes to the back row with Lydia Olsen. Here comes the play. Nice hard shot there by Sherry. Tipped at the net, I believe, by Schmitz, and that had a wicked little turn on the ball. Not able to control it. It's 11 serving 20 for Anderson. Jessica with a couple bounces now gets the whistle. She'll hit the line drive to Rulin. Lewis sets it up. Nice block in there by Trigestad. Kind of went a little too head-on the attempted spike, and Trigestad was there waiting. 12 serving 20. There's Schmitz to Lewis. Dahlberg blocked at the net. Trying to save it was Anderson. She drove to the floor, but the ball got away from her. Premier Co-op bringing you today's action. You'll find Premier Co-op not only in Westby, Viroqua, Cashton, also down in Richland Center. Thanks to the Premier Co-op for their great support. Not only for us, but of course for the family farmer. Somebody in the net, I didn't see who, for Viroqua. It'll be 22 serving 12. Talk to Rich and the crew looking for renovation with your kitchen and house, whatever it might be. Right Choice Construction in Westby, located at Black River Avenue. Now's the time to get those free estimates. Get things done before the cold season comes along, right? Well, we're going to get a couple of substitutions coming into the ball game. We have number 15 in Maybelle Weiss. She comes in, and number 13 in Gracie Parker. Parker was able to tip the ball over the net, and now the return, Trigestad was able to get the ball over Cooley, and the defense not quite there in time. Just missing out. It'll be 13 serving 23. Arch with the serve. Line drive, that one coming down to Weiss, who just came into the ball game. And then Cooley able to drop that one on top of the blockers to pick up the point. It's now 24-13 game point. Dropping back to serve is Gracie Parker, the junior. She gets the ball over the net. Big save there by Fox. Free hit back over, trying to keep this play alive by Zitzner. Here's Cooley to the far side. Dug out of there, saved by Anderson. Now the block is Cooley, but you know what? Fox is going to win that one. That one came off here to the near side, off from Cooley's attempted block, and it's still game point at 14, serving 24. Gartner with a long way to go here for the Blackhawks. Down by 10. Got to put a big, long string of points together. There's almost one, but nice save. Look out now. Dug out of there. Good hit by Gartner. Keeping the play alive is Sherry. They'll reset the ball from Parker. That's Cooley. Oh, boy. Off from Anderson. Nice set there by Weiss, I should say. And Cooley took care of business to win game number 2. The Hornets 25 and the Blackhawks, well, they got a little closer here. They pick up 3 more points versus game number 1, but it's still a tough loss at 25-14. Our thanks going out to the Riverbank, bringing you today's action, of course, located in Westby and Coon Valley. Remind you, stop in and say hi to Katie Helseth and talk to her or any of those associate members there. They'll be happy to help you. Thanks going out to Scenic Bluffs Community Health Care, Community Health, corporate office located in Cashton. Thanks to Mary Freiberg and all the crew that she has put together when it comes to behavioral, medical, dental, and chiropractic help, and much more. Also, thanks right here in Viroqua on the north side at Sleepy Hollow. Spanky and Michelle, we appreciate them so much for all that they do. They're great community members, supporting a lot of different events, and they got some pretty good vehicles too. And they'll do a lot for you if they don't have what you're looking for. They'll help you go get it. That's Sleepy Hollow right here in Viroqua. Two games to none lead here for the Richland Center Hornets. We do want to mention that I want to thank Tyler Gabrielson here to my right. He's up here, has the streaming going on for the Viroqua. You're on Facebook now or on YouTube here? YouTube on this one? Okay, so YouTube, and he's patching in my voice, so you can't get away from me on that. Well, you can always turn the volume down. That'll work too. But YouTube for the Viroqua High School, thanks to Tyler as he sets things up when we do our Channel 7 broadcast. And, of course, we're streaming with Vernon Communications as well. So 3 different avenues for folks to watch here tonight. And I tell you what, I think that's just a great thing. That it's really tough when you have the limited amount of fan base here in Viroqua. It's only the parents of the varsity, and it was only the parents of the JV when the JV play. And once they're done, you have to leave, and then the varsity parents can come in. So, but, they're trying to do all that they can do and keep things safe here for the players and fans. Snowflake Ski and Golf helping us out. That's Steve Clements and family. It's a great little place to go and practice your golf game down there at Snowflake Ski and Golf. Here we go with game number 3, and it's going to be a quick return here by Viroqua, trying to set things up. That's Cooley coming down the middle of the court, right smack dab in the middle. Zitzner trying to dive in to dig it out, and it's going to be a point for the Hornets. Katie Schmitz with the serve. She'll get the ball to the back row. That was Olsen. Now Olsen with the free hit. That goes to the back row again with Johnson. Here's Dahlberg with the hard hit. Zitzner will save it as it came off the arm of Lydia Olsen. There is a mishit. I think, they're going to call that a little bit of a illegal hit. In the old days, we'd have said that was a pick up and carry me kind of shot. So it's 1-1. And Anderson to serve. That comes down to Rulin. Lewis with the set. Dahlberg goes over to that far side. Oh, a nice diving play by Anderson. And now the shot in the back row. Lewis saw that lane open up, and she was right on target. It's 2 serving 1. The Hornets out in front 2 games to none. They could end tonight's matchup with a win here in game number 3. Blackhawks trying to battle back here, force a game 4. There's a block at the net by Trigestad. It'll be 2 serving 2 here as, let's take a look, Aaliyah Fox comes back into the ball game. Sherry with the serve. That was Haley setting the ball up. Here's Hook. Good dig on that one. Boy, that ball had something on it, and Anderson was there. Free touch back over to the Hornets from Sherry. They'll reset the play and trying to go down. Took a little off it. Viroqua hustling to save it, able to do so. There's a tip play to the far near corner here by Hook. She was able to get that between the arms of Haley Sherry. That was a tough play. Well, we think Shannon is coming back into the ballgame, or at least I think Shannon's coming back in. And meanwhile, Dahlberg will serve. Dahlberg with the serve, low, dug out by Zitzner. That was a diving save. Now setting the ball up, a back set here, and Hook will get the point as the ball came right down, and Haley Sherry tried to get to that one, and she just got a piece of it, and the ball goes the opposite direction. It's 4 serving 2 with a big hit on the serve. That's going to go out of bounds. And Viroqua gets the point and the ball back. Arch comes in to serve. Well, we talked about Vernon Communications. How about Vernon Electric Cooperative out there on Saugstead Road as they continue to bring affordable electrical energy to our area and beyond. Well, there was Shannon with a pinpoint shot right down that far sideline. Just got it on the line, I should say, for the point. Here's Paige Schauer at 5 serving 3. Sherry with the pass. They'll set things up. That is going to be Amorine, I believe. Here's the hit down across, and trying to get after it was Arch. Not able to dig that one out. Schauer will serve again. That comes down to Fox. That one almost got away from her. Able to dig that one out and save it. That was number 9 in Rondo into the ball game. Natalie is in. I think I missed that one. I think I called her Amorine before. So Rondo into the game. Here's a tip play at the net. That was Amorine with the touch and the save, and Anderson will kick it back over here to the Hornets. There's a big-time shot by Schmitz. That ball was going up in the air, and so was she on that quick set, and she was able to drop it to the back with a lot of power. 7-3 the score, and a serve down was Fox. Somehow she was able to save it. Back to her, now trying to save it. Boy, I don't know how. Even Katie Schmitz was kind of shrugging, thinking that might have been an illegal hit. A lot of action. Oh, just saved it with Schmitz. Look out now, the ball into the air over the net. Viroqua will come back, though, and get the point. Boy, never say die on that one for the Blackhawks. They'll gain a point, and they'll trail 4-7 as Ava Olsen comes in. She comes in for Rondo. There's Schauer with the pass. This side of the court, and somebody was in the net for the Blackhawks. Might have been Anderson. And I tell you what, quite a little pass getting the ball over the net by Schmitz, too. She came right down the line parallel to the net. Here's Rulin on the serve to Sherry on the pass, setting the ball up. That was Olsen. Running shot by Fox. A running shot there by Schmitz. That goes out of bounds. So Viroqua within 3. 5 serving 8. And that is number 3 in Fox doing the serving. She'll get the ace. Rulin not able to control that one. Well, when it comes to rehabilitative care and you're not in the hospital, the next best place is Vernon Manor Healthcare. Located on the north side, they've been in the business for well over 100+ years, thanks to Amanda Huff and crew. Well, there was a 2-hit violation by the Hornets, so Viroqua now has battled back to within 1. Here's Schauer. Dahlberg, and a free hit back over from Schmitz. That's Arch on the bump. Trying to come down here, and they'll get the point. A line drive hit by Sherry, and we're knotted at 8 apiece. Viroqua continues to battle. Here's a return by Schauer. That comes off to her right-hand side and into the bleachers. Viroqua out in front for the first time at 9-8. That's going to go out of bounds on the line drive serve. And we're back to an even ball game at 9 apiece. Coming into the ball game is going to be Lydia Olsen for Fox. Also, Jaden Johnson comes in. She comes in for Shannon. That's Arch with the pass. Here's a setup and a hard hit by Sherry, but the ball got away from her. Tried to come down this sideline area, and it just kept moving. There's the pass. They'll reset to Sherry and won't get over the net. Just in case it did, Lewis was there. 11-9 now, picking up a couple points. And the lead here is Johnson for the Hornets. There's the serve to Arch. Jessica Anderson with a little touch back over. Dahlberg goes down that far sideline and trying to save it. Free hit coming. Yes, good job on the save by Sherry and the Blackhawks. One-handed hit by Ava Olsen. So tough to control. Johnson continuing to serve again. That's Sherry. Free touch back over by Olsen. That was Ava pushing the ball to the back corner, and Arch can't catch up to it. Got the defense coming in a little bit, and setting the ball over was Schmitz to that far corner, and we're going to get a timeout here, Viroqua. 13-9 the score, Hornets. Hornets out in front here as it was tied at 9 apiece, and Jaden Johnson comes in and so far has picked up 4 points for Richland Center. We thank Vernon Memorial Healthcare right here on the south side of Viroqua. So much care, so close. What a terrific job they've been doing since, what was it, 1950s, I believe they opened up their doors. Here's a attempt by Dahlberg to bring the ball to the near side, and instead she hit it into the middle of the net. So Amorine drops back to serve now for Viroqua. Stops, pops that one over. Here is Lewis setting the ball up to Dahlberg. Holy smokes, was that on fire. She really got a great set and put it to the back row. Here's Schmitz now at 14-10. Down to Olsen. Blocked at the net. You're not going to get any more timed better than that. That was Sydney Cooley. Here comes the serve. That was Schmitz again, and now you serve that one up. You talked about a serve, then you serve it up to Sydney Cooley. And she put it on the floor in a hurry. Still alive, and Lewis kind of caught everybody by surprise. Viroqua not able to return it. This one they're not able to return on the serve, and boy, just like that, it's an 8-point advantage here for the Hornets. And another timeout by head coach Katie Schwartz. Thanks going out to the VFW of Viroqua. No one does more for veterans than the VFW. And the Viroqua Booster Club. Boy, what a terrific job these folks have been doing over the years, supporting the administration and high school athletic teams here in Blackhawk territory. Great bunch of people, too. Contact Eric Anderson, the athletic director, or Carl Zuby, the president. I didn't know. He probably didn't realize he was going to get a 2-year reign on things. But contact either one of them. They both work here, of course, in the high school if you'd like to become a member. Continuing on with the play here, and 8-point advantage. Viroqua just got the ball over. Look out, there's Dahlberg. The ball partially touched there by Anderson and Trigestad. And Richland Center now up by 9. Schmitz continuing to serve here. We get that one over to Zitzner. Got the ball in the air. Now Olsen. Good job for Lydia. And a free hit back over. They'll set the ball up to Cooley, and she'll get the point. Trigestad went up for the block, had both hands on it, but just a little too much power, and doubling up on Viroqua. The Hornets out in front 20-10. There is a play at the net, and Cooley's going to win that battle. 21-10 now. The Viroqua Dental Center, Dr. Leon Klum inviting you to stop in, set up your next dental appointment, and take a look at that wonderful smile when they're done. Well, that ball caught the top of the net and spun right over and down for the point. This time, though, Schmitz goes into the net, and it's 22-11, continuing to double up. Well, Sydney, I would imagine, more thinking about things here, that I think her folks, Rick and Joanne, is what I'm thinking. I know they were down in the Richland Center area. Of course, I used to teach them way back when I was in Lancaster, so kind of neat to see that. Well, a nice play. Boy, I tell you what, Viroqua kept that ball alive somehow. Here is Dahlberg coming right back to Zitzner, and a free hit from Trigestad. Hard shot, and somebody was in the net. It was going to be Trigestad, but give a lot of credit there to Dahlberg. She had that one measured out pretty well. Game point coming here, 24-11. And they got the ball over. That was Lewis. Back to Lewis. They'll bump the ball forward. That was Hook. Here comes Dahlberg. Far back row. No, out of bounds. Ball carried on her a little bit. Fox comes back in. Olsen steps out. And Haley Sherry will serve. Still game point is 12-24. Back row goes to Schmitz. Lewis setting the ball up to Hook. She will drop it in. Partially blocked there, touched at the net, but the final score is going to read 25-12 here for game number 3. Our thanks going out to the Viroqua Food Co-op. We thank them for their tremendous support. Be sure to stop in there for all of your organic grocery needs. What a wonderful store. It's just a fresh and inviting store when you walk in. Varsity Funeral Home supporting today's broadcast, and they have been around the area for many years now, since the 1970s. And we thank the folks, Jay Varsity and family in Westby, Viroqua, and communities. The Westby Co-op Creamery, of course, their 4% national championship cottage cheese. It's the cheese capital of the world. It's the Westby Co-op Creamery. And our thanks to the Westby Co-op Credit Union supporting today's broadcast. They have branches, not only the corporate office, of course, in Westby, here in Viroqua, and a couple down in Richland Center. Well, speaking of Richland Center, the Hornets come to town, and they're going to pick up a 3-0 win over the host Viroqua Blackhawks. They win game number 1, 25-11. 25-14, game number 2, 25-12 is your score in game number 3. The JV side, Richland Center wins 2-1. Well, tomorrow night we'll be in Westby as the Norsemen will host the Onalaska Luther Knights. They come to town. We'll have that on the school channel 7, and we hope to be able to see you there. And then Friday night, just a reminder, it'll be Westby Norsemen taking on the Onalaska Hilltoppers. That'll be on Channel 7. I'll travel for a tape-delayed broadcast to Mauston and follow the Blackhawk football team. Well, we certainly hope that you've enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin Video Production LLC of Viroqua Volleyball. Ken Manning saying so long for now. We'll see you tomorrow night and, of course, Friday somewhere on the gridiron. Take care, everyone.